Do you remember what it feels like to catch, that common cold that's going around in your neighborhood? Just in case you don't, let me remind you. Niagara Falls in your nose, or the constant feeling that like you're gonna sneeze, watery eyes, or maybe your eyeballs themselves, because your nasal cavity is so inflamed, like your eyeballs like hurt every time you move them up, down, left, right. Or you can't hear because you're starting to produce. Anyway, you get the picture. So all that is like inflammation. It's a common understanding that when we catch a common bug, that bug is making us feel sick. It's giving us the runny nose and the sore throat and the fluctuating temperature. We're either too cold, freezing cold, or we're super hot. It's a common understanding that it's the virus making that happen in us. That's not the case. The case is our uneducated immune system is causing those symptoms that we hate, that basically make us incapable of functioning. We literally have to just do nothing but rest, relax, chill out until our immune system decides to calm down. Fortunately, there's cat's claw. So cat's claw has the ability to reduce inflammation, and specific inflammation is the inflammation that our immune system creates that gives us the runny nose, the headache, the fluctuating body temperatures. Basically, when you think of the feelings of getting a cold, catching the local flu that's floating around in schools. The cat's claw decreases our immune cells' ability to produce cytokines, interleukins, and tumor necrosis factor alpha. What are those things? Basically, they're pro-inflammatory proteins. So when our immune system sees, some virus attacking a cell, it says, okay, great, let me zero in on that. But in the meantime, while I'm attacking this virus, let me alert every single other immune cell in my body that something's going on. That would be great if that happened. But then what actually goes down in Chinatown, the one immune cell that alerts all the others suddenly start releasing those pro-inflammatory proteins. And then further along down the bloodstream, more white blood cells release pro-inflammatory proteins, the interleukins, the cytokines, the tumor necrosis factor alphas. And so we end up feeling bad, absolutely terrible, which manifests as a runny nose, just a feeling like crap. So cat's claw actually is really, really cool for this. And it is for this one, actually, this is one of the many reasons, but this is a primary one that is immediately apparent by everybody, basically. And that's the reason why I tell people, look, if you're gonna keep one herb in your medicine cabinet year long, keep cat's claw in there. It's like, if you don't know where to turn to cat's claw. So cat's claw makes you feel better when you're sick. Why does it do that? Okay, so in research and in the laboratories, we finally figured out why does it do that. And the reason why cat's claw makes us feel better and recover faster when we get sick is because it reduces the amount by about 50% that our immune cells secrete pro-inflammatory cytokines, interleukins, tumor necrosis factor alphas, and that one specifically for autoimmune, tumor necrosis factor alpha, cat's claw has been shown to reduce it by as much as 90%. And that's the autoimmune, associated with rheumatoid arthritis. Cat's claw is huge for that. Anyway, back for the common cold. So when we have a cold, we feel bad, we normally go to the doctor. The doctor says, okay, you got the local virus going around. Take some ibuprofen, some Tylenol, whatever. The reasons why those make us feel better is because they're just anti-inflammatory. Cat's claw is also anti-inflammatory. And it responds in our body, or reacts in our body, affects our body similarly as those two over-the-counter medications that everybody takes all the time. The only difference is cat's claw is an adaptogen. What does that mean? So, as opposed to ibuprofen, Tylenol, whatever you happen to be taking for your allergy seasons, whatever, cat's claw lowers our immune system's unstoppable urge to create inflammation. It lowers it. Not only that, that's not where it stops, but then cat's claw has certain alkaloids that, let's say for example, this is the virus that's causing your immune system to make you feel sick. Remember, not the virus, it's your immune system. So this is the virus, and it's swimming along your bloodstream and it attaches to a cell. Well, it needs to get in that cell and then release its RNA to replicate and then make other daughter viruses. Anyway, so what happens is cat's claw has shown to increase our ability to recover from that virus, because as the virus attaches to the cell, it causes the virus to not be able to fully either attach to the cell or release the contents inside the cell. So this translates into our immune system. Aha, I see the virus, it's open for attack. So once the virus actually releases its contents into the cell, can't really do anything. Your immune system just releases a whole bunch more of pro-inflammatory proteins, and they create collateral damage, which is pain, swelling, inflammation, which manifests to runny nose, headache, inability to concentrate, feeling like crap, hot and cold, all those flu-like symptoms. Now, something that's further along in cat's claw. Let's say, for example, your DNA is messed up. It can happen from a virus or it can happen from the sun. Our body, our immune system, some people don't include this as part of the immune system. I certainly do. And it's our ability to maintain appropriate genetic integrity. So let's say some radiation from the sun knocked the base pair off of our DNA. This is now our DNA, it's not a virus. So it knocked off a base pair, or it broke some link somewhere. Anywhere, DNA is messed up. Cat's claw is anti-mutagenic. And how is that? Well, wait, let me back up for a sec. What does anti-mutagenic mean? So it basically, anti-mutagenic means it's a substance, a compound that prevents mutations. If you go to the doctor and ask a doctor, hey, what causes cancer? He'll say, oh, mutations of your DNA. Ring a bell. Look, I'm not saying that cat's claw will cure your cancer or cures cancer. I'm just talking about DNA and mutating DNA and stuff like that. So cat's claw has been shown to be anti-mutagenic. Well, how does it do that? That's great. Well, we have the ability to kind of scan our DNA and look at it and monitor it and make sure it's like working together appropriately as it should. That process is an interesting process. It's called DNA excision repair. So if this whole piece of DNA, okay, let's say this is DNA, this is a little piece and it's messed up, we have enzymes that will scan our DNA and see the messed up piece here, take it away because it's broken, fix it, rearrange it, whatever it's got to do, and reinsert it. And then they continue scanning on and go down our DNA and correct anything. That's anti-mutagenic. That's our endogenous anti-mutagenic system. They're made up of enzymes inside the nucleus of every cell. Cat's claw has been shown in research in laboratories to increase the efficiency of our own anti-mutagenic systems. Hopefully, that's like a tongue twister saying that. Hopefully it's not too complicated. Let's summarize. So when you get sick, you feel bad because your immune system makes all kinds of pro-inflammatory proteins, cytokines, interleukins, etc. Cat's claw has been shown in the laboratory and real human experience to lower those by 50%. And then the tumor necrosis factor alpha for autoimmune disease like rheumatoid arthritis, it's a huge one. Cat's claw is very, very effective at lowering that one as well. So a lot of people with rheumatoid arthritis see great, great benefit from cat's claw. So in short, cat's claw can calm down the inflammatory part of our immune system. And then it actually aids our immune system, increases the efficiency of our immune system. So back again to the virus, when the virus was trying to attach to the cell, cat's claw makes it more difficult. So our immune system can eat it and not produce so much collateral damage. And remember, why does it produce so much collateral damage? Because the virus gets inside the cell and the immune system's like, okay, it's got to come out sometime, so let me just release as many pro-inflammatory molecules as I can. And while it's doing that, it's creating damage all around the cell, collateral damage. Now, further along, let's say you actually do produce cancer. Let's say the anti-mutagenic system of your body wasn't so good and some cancer developed. I'm not saying cat's claw cures cancer, but I'm saying what research has shown. The research on cat's claw has shown selective, that means specific, cytotoxic. So cytotoxic means it's bad for cells, it's poisonous for cells. So when I say selective cytotoxicity, that means one substance will only affect a certain cell type. And in this particular instance, cat's claw, the research shows, is selectively cytotoxic for cancerous cells, and particularly of the reproductive system. So that means, the breasts, the ovaries, the testes, the prostate, etc. Cat's claw shows selective cytotoxicity towards those cells. The reason why is because cancer cells, their morphology or their shape changes, and it doesn't look exactly the same as a normal cell. And in part, the alkaloids in cat's claw can kind of recognize that and attach to the surface and help increase apoptosis or pre-programmed cell death to certain cancers of our reproductive system. So it's really, 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 really fantastic for immunity. Summarize again. I include our immunity. We need to be immune from mutagenic substances, things that increase mutation of our DNA. So cat's claw is going to help us maintain our proper integrity of our genetic code. Cat's claw will help calm down our immune system when it's way, way overreactive and it doesn't even really need to be. And then the virus, whatever's there that's causing that really high activity, cat's claw is going to slow down that virus or deactivate the virus in particular. It's also, let's say the virus has caused some sort of mutagenic potential inside that cell, and now maybe the cell's cancerous. Cat's claw, in the research shows very, very strongly that it is selectively cytotoxic. So in all aspects, in kind of all areas of immunity that we need to be aware of, cat's claw is highly, highly effective for. So it's a great anti-mutagenic, it's a great anti-inflammatory, it's a great antiviral. And you know what? It actually tastes pretty good too. So I always recommend someone keep it in their cabinet. Like if you don't know what's going on, go to cat's claw. It won't hurt. Anyway, I hope you try cat's claw and you really, really like it and you're like, wow, man, I myself am turned on to cat's claw big time, or uña de gato. It's really good, it tastes good. Anyway, enjoy.